The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus took Peter, James, and his brother John and led them up a high mountain by themselves, and he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. Behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, conversing with him. Then Peter said to Jesus in reply, "Lord, it is good that we are here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still speaking, behold, a bright cloud cast a shadow over them, and then from the cloud came a voice that said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." When the disciples heard this, they fell prostrate and were very much afraid. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, "Rise, and do not be afraid." And when the disciples raised their eyes, they saw no one else but Jesus alone. As they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus charged them, "Do not tell the vision to anyone until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead." The Gospel of the Lord. So who is the Son of Man? The Son of Man is the subject of the prophecy from Daniel that we read this morning. And so we have this scene in heaven where the Ancient of Days, or the Father, is presenting to the Son of Man all power, dominion, glory, etc., etc. And so this Son of Man is fulfilled in Jesus. And when Jesus goes around talking about himself as the Son of Man, the Son of Man, the Son of Man, it is who has received all dominion, power, glory, etc. And, I don't want to get too deep into the incarnation and what we call the hypostatic union, the union of the human nature of Christ and the divine nature of Christ in the one person, right? But we must remember that Jesus is fully man. He is fully, he has a human nature, exactly like you, except no sin. And as his human nature, as the Messiah, as this divine God-man, he receives this glory, dominion, power, all of these things. And so that's happening. That is prophesied. And do not tell the vision to anyone until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead. And when he's raised from the dead, well, he will ascend to his glory. And so those things are happening. What I want to talk about ever so briefly is that what were they talking about? I will make 3 tents here. And I don't know, I think for some reason I read the wrong gospel. I think I was supposed to read the year B's gospel, which is the one I prepared a homily for, okay? So I was thinking, this is not what I remember reading this morning. I should have turned the page. Okay, nonetheless, what they were talking about, which is explicit for us in the year B's gospel, is Jesus' Exodus. And the Exodus is the journey. We've been reading, coincidentally, over the past couple weeks from the book of Exodus, right? And Moses leading the people through the desert and the manna and all that stuff. And so Jesus speaks about his Exodus as the new Moses leading us. This was my homily on Sunday. Leading us from sin to eternal life. And where Jesus has gone on his Exodus, so that we're called to follow. And we are called, as we worship God, as we worship Jesus, we are overwhelmed by the inconceivable gift of being called into the person of Christ through the Holy Eucharist, and that we are destined to be transfigured, and that we are destined for this exodus, and we are destined to be raised to glory with God. And so we celebrate the transfiguration of Jesus today and his exodus, and we remember that we're on our way, and that we should, with hearts full of faith, anticipate our transfiguration with Christ. The Son of Man had a nature just like you, just like me, and so we get to share in his glory.